Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the bizarre and often mind-boggling world of historical laws, specifically the insane things that were once illegal. You might think our ancestors were strict, but wait until you hear about some of these outrageous regulations. Buckle up and let's get started. Number 1. The American Ice Cream Parlor Scandal. Picture this. The year is 1827, and you're strolling down the streets of New York City. You're craving a sweet treat, so you head to your local ice cream parlor. Sounds normal, right? Well, not back then. In the early 19th century, ice cream was considered a luxury item, and believe it or not, was actually banned in New York City for a time. And the reason for this is that authorities were concerned that ice cream parlors were attracting rowdy behavior and creating a public nuisance. Yes, indulging in a scoop of vanilla was seen as potentially leading to moral decay. Thankfully, this strange law didn't last long, and ice cream was soon back on the menu. Number 2. The Great British Moustache Controversy. Across the Atlantic in Victorian Britain, having a moustache was once a matter of serious legal concern. In 1916, during World War I, the British government made a bizarre move. They banned soldiers from sporting moustaches. Why? Because they feared that the moustaches would interfere with the proper fitting of gas masks, which were crucial for survival in chemical warfare. Soldiers were ordered to shave off their moustaches, and those who disobeyed were considered insubordinate. Imagine that, a full-scale war effort compromised by a mere moustache. Number 3. The Italian Napoleon Law. In Italy, the year 1815 brought about a peculiar piece of legislation. Napoleon Bonaparte had just been defeated, and in a bid to erase his influence, Italy enacted a law banning the name Napoleon for children. Parents who dared name their offspring Napoleon could face fines or even jail time. It's hard to imagine a name causing such a stir today, but back then, it was a serious affront to national pride. The law was eventually repealed, but it's a fascinating example of how personal names can become political statements. Number 4. The Too Pretty ban in Spain. Spain's quirky legal history includes a law from the early 20th century that prohibited women from wearing overly fashionable or revealing clothing. This was supposedly to prevent distractions and maintain public decorum. Women who were deemed too fashionable or provocative could be fined or even arrested. It was a reflection of the broader social norms and attempts to control public morality. Thankfully, fashionistas could breathe a sigh of relief as these laws faded into history. Number 5. The chewing gum conundrum in Singapore. Fast forward to the 20th century and we land in Singapore, where the chewing gum ban has become famous. Enforced in 1992, the law made it illegal to import, sell, or chew gum. The rationale is to prevent litter and maintain public cleanliness. Although the law is more relaxed today and permits certain types of gum for therapeutic reasons, it remains a striking example of how governments tackle public issues in unique ways. Number 6. The American Fainting Law. Back in the 19th century, it was once illegal to faint in public places in parts of America. This might sound like a joke, but in places like New York and Pennsylvania, laws were enacted that fined people for inappropriate fainting during certain times or events. The idea was to prevent public disturbances and maintain order, but it's a bizarre reminder of how different social norms used to be. Fainting, a natural and sometimes uncontrollable reaction, was legally scrutinized. Number 7. The unlawful photography rule in Japan. In Japan, during the late 19th and early 20th centuries, photography was heavily regulated. It was illegal to take photos of certain landmarks, government buildings, and even people without permission. This was to protect national secrets and maintain public order. The restrictions were so strict that photographers had to obtain special permits and face severe penalties for violations. It was a time when capturing a moment could be a legal gamble. So there you have it, 7 of the most insane things that were once illegal. History is full of these oddities, reminding us how cultural norms and societal values can shape laws in the most unexpected ways. If you enjoyed this journey through bizarre legal history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.